So hello everyone, my name is Andrius Bičeika. I'm a head of business development at Revolut. I travel a lot. I work in London. On weekends I'm here meeting my family, my son. It doesn't help, but you know, we are startups. We eat shit every day. I mean, shit obviously needs disclaimer, not real shit. So Revolut, how many of you don't know Revolut? So basically I can leave, everyone knows, everyone knows Revolut. What I'm going to do today, I'm going to talk about exponential growth of Revolut and the things that we have achieved over just 22 months. And this is basically exponential. So it's music to investors' ears. You show that graph. So what's the meaning to life? Some friends answered, it's an exponential growth. So with that, Revolut is really on the track and we are still exponentially growing across the things what we do and across the main thing what we do. So the first part of the presentation will be focusing on that exponential growth of what we are doing, how we approached the market, how we approach the problems, and how we build up the product that everyone needs and recommends, and there is no marketing at all. Everything is word of mouth. And the second part will focus a bit on what are the key ingredients for any startups, or for the majority of startups, because some of the startups, let's be fair, are like just wasting their time doing things. They would be better off going into work for government or somewhere else. But for the majority of startups, what are the key things that they can employ or start to use so they increase their chance of survival? Okay? So let's start. So how it all started? It all started when our founder traveled a lot. He traveled across the world trading stuff, mainly commodities. And at the end of the year, he understood that he spent £12,000 on foreign exchange fees. That means whenever he is in another country than UK, he needs to pay, and that means that his bank is converting that money in the unfavorable thing. It's not like interbank, it's not an ideal exchange, right? The banks normally put like 2%, 3%, 5% on that ideal exchange rate. That's how they make money. Right? So £12,000 just for FX fees. And he started to Google and see what are the solutions? How can I manage my money, manage my international life in a much, much easier way? And he couldn't find one. And he said, there must be problems like mine for many, many people in the world. Yeah, because we are constantly becoming more and more global. We live a global lifestyle. We travel a lot. We experience all that thing. So the financial part of that global lifestyle shouldn't be a problem. So the problems, and this is the very common slide that some of you guys at that startup battle thing are using. And this is the right one to use, right? The problems with that part of our founder was that it is expensive because he knows that banks charge. It is inconvenient because he ended up actually opening different bank accounts in different countries and trying to get the cards that they can use for these expenses in those currencies. And it was inconvenient and it's sneaky. It's not. I mean, we know that banks are not kind of sneaky. And there was basically no product in the market targeting international banking cases. And this is the product which some of you know very well. Even my wife uses it. It's our app, right? It's a multi-currency app, e-wallet, where you can top up your Revolut card and within seconds, and then exchange with 0% markup, which is ideal rate. None of the companies in Lithuania can get that rate. You basically are better than any of the companies in Lithuania. You can send and request money. So ideal situation obviously is when you have lunch, and you want to, that time to pay for the bill, and everyone is like 15 minutes. I need this one and this one. I pay with cash. You can just send it within within seconds and spend it. With Revolut card, you can go and any country will become like your local country and you won't incur any fees. Another thing which now we take for granted is that you can talk to your card, right? You couldn't do that. And banks don't allow to talk to your card still, yet. They see all these Revoluts and other stupid things and they say, how can they talk to their cards? And in Revolut case, we started to do that right from the beginning. So you can do all the things that you would love to do with your card right from your app, right? Disable, enable, all sorts of features, right? Then essentially, you know, with that first product, which was a hit right away, first month was like 35,000 users. It's incredible. No marketing, nothing. Everyone's like, oh, I couldn't believe it. And I told to some of the friends, one of them is here, and he's in finance. And he said, we met over dinner a year ago, and I showed that Revolut, and he said, no way, man, don't tell me you're bullshitting, you know, it's not possible. And then that day he tried 5 ATMs, 5 different ones, Šiaulių Bankas, Swed, SEB, and everyone gave him money without any charges. That's unbelievable. And, you know, that viral effect. But now it's much more than that. So in the UK, we have unique UK bank accounts. So you can get salary into Revolut. And of course, it's good because then you can, you know, you